So, good day, everyone, and especially to you, Ma'am Silada. Good day, ma'am. So, my topic for today is all about theatrical costume in No Japan. So, first, let's have the lesson objectives. At the end of the session, students will be able to first identify certain features of a classic Japanese stage play. Second, we have to evaluate the features of a costume of each actors involved in the play. Third, we have to give personal ideas of enhancing the costume and props for the no play. So first, let's talk about the no theater. So no theater is a form of theater involving a music dance originated in 19th century. So it is structured around song and dance. So the movement is slow. The movement is low, and the way they portray the theater, their movement is like they're just floating. It's low. The language is pathetic. The tone is monotonous. From the word monotonous, it's something that not interested. You'll be not be interested by the tone, and the costume are rich and heavy. So the themes are related. The plots are usually drawn from the legend. No, the main topic is more the theater plots is usually it is drawn from the legends, mga history, mga literature, contemporary events. So themes are related to dreams, supernatural worlds, the ghosts and the spirit. Because we all know that the Japanese is more on spirit sila, more on when we see their movies, they are mostly focusing on maybe supernatural worlds not existing. So, Noah Theater is for perform in square with the roof that is supported, and it is four corners by pillars. All sides of the stage are open except for the backstage. No, all sides of the all corners was opened except for the back, because back consists the wall with painted image of a pine tree. So remember this, ha? Remember that at the back portion of the corner, the stage, is painted image of a pine tree. So there's a bridge also in the side, as we can see the I think that doesn't see, but in this side there's a bridge that consists the what they call that, the angle of the stage for performers to enter the stage, to the enter and to the exit of the performers. Ana sila agi, dili parehas sa tuang sa kanang maybe the at the middle there's a what we call that, a door for us to enter and to exit. So typically staged outdoors, but recently the modern and indoors theaters have also become a common venue. So that was the old, but there's also a modern. Yeah, as we know the no theater, their history and the plot. Let's go on to the main role or the characters or the costume of the characters. So P.S. All performers are male in the 14th century. There is no women who will be performed in the stage, but also about men alone. So first we have the Shite. Shite is the leading character or the main role for the theater, or the for the movie, or for the what they call that, the show. Yeah, this is the main, or the bida. In our terms, it's a bida. No, it may act holy man, holy old man, I think, and deity. No, a demon, a spirit, or a living man. So muna iyahang role. Person na siya, person ang nasa sud, but nag-costume na siya, nag-costume. No, his movement express various mode. So the heavy rich costume shows that supernatural or central role mo na naka-shows sa iyahang damit, no? While the mask transform him into a god, spirit, or demon. So that's why they from the word main role, the ang bida. So kung ang bida gani, kung you show that, kung imo siyang ipakita, so imuhag yung tag-ingon ang imuhang gitag-ingan. So kung unsa iyang porma, the way sa iyahang panuot, the way sa iyahang naong, mga accessories and everything, they gisundog nila na to present their the main role. So second, we have the waki. So we have the main role, and we have also the supporting actor, or the supporting role. So it plays no, waki is plays rules such as priest, monk, or samurai. No, in contrast to the side, the waki always portrays living person. So as I can say, like from the previous, that we have the shape is representing ang bida. If it is a god or a supernatural or ghost, so iya tong tag-ingon mag-costume siya. So mahimo siyang cosplay. Kaya iya mang tag-ingon ang whole good body, the face, the accessories, the gowns, they're being using. So in Waki, contrast sila, kay si Waki present naman siya. He portrays siya as a living person, like a priest. Anyone can be a priest, right? So there's no need to sandugon gyud ang priest nga ilang gisundugan sa kuntahay video. To dili gyud siya, kay pwede raman siya priest mo yun, kay priest pwede man kay tanan man everybody can every man can be a priest. Yeah, so can be a priest. So living person si Waki, ha. Always remember nga ang supporting si Shai Tragyod ang nagamit og na the mask. Yes, sorry. His plain dress makes him look human and realistic. So the way Waki dress, it's a plain dress to make him more realistic. Kay different from Shite. Shite is more on godly guro nga the way they worn, but Waki is na siya, humanistic and realistic. So third, we have the Hayashi. Hayashi is the musician, the one who make a sound, the tone for the theater. So the four musicians provide accompaniment for the performance with flute. We all know how, or we call it flute. The shoulder drum or Kotsuzumi, the hip drum, which is the Otsuzumi, and the stick drum, which is Taiko. No, their costumes blends them together as one. So, uniform sila o kanang uniform. They don't distract from the actors para dili ma-distract, dili nimo makot ang attention nila coming from kanabang dili nimo makuha ang attention nga dapat unta ni main characters muna they just use the simple colors, and they have the um, uniform color. So but no, they don't distract from the actors, but their music drives the mood. The music will drive the most. Maybe there's there's a reason why the tone of the Hayashi's made is monotonous. Maybe there's a reason why this is for us. It's not monotonous, not interested, but there's a reason. They drives the mood. They making this, or they doing that for to drives the mood of the play. The next one we have the joy tai. Joy tai, which is the chorus. Chorus, it sets to the left of the stage. So nasiya sa stage, nasiya sa left side portion of the stage. They assess the site, they assess the site, or in short, we call them the narrator of the show. So sila ang nag-narrate, or sila yung nagpadagan sa show. So the rule is narration, not acting. So their simple costume keeps focus on the main character. So wala sila laing buhaton kundi mo narrate ilarang in-narrate. They just roll as a narrator. So simple, they're just using the simple one that keeps on the main character. So mura siya related siya sa pangguro sa what we call that, sa main character, which is a shite. The next one is the cocaine, not cocaine, cocaine. So cocaine is the stage attendance. No, dressed in black, the stage attendants are not part of the play, but to assess the performers in various ways, such as holding their props. So in short, the cocaine is the what we call that, the may tawagan ha, kana bang ni assist na nara sila sa likod, nara sila sa left side, nara sila sa the back portion, or kanang dili makita nga area. They just assist the kanang the arrangement of the headings, the headdresses, the accessories, the sila mo tarong sa sinina o magkinaunsa man dira. I forgot the term, but yeah, they're just the assistant, the called assistant of the stage for the show, for the assistant of the characters is we called it cooking. So they just wearing black kimono to make them invisible. Okay, there's no acting happening them, but they're just ilang gipahiluna lang ang actor before sila mo enter, then support the actor also. So we have also the costume and props. So mostly ang akong nakita sa Noah Japan is only the kanang the what we call that, folding pan mostly akong nakita, no. It consists in multiple layered and the costume consists of multiple layers and texture, and create the effect of resplendent elegance, but also bulky, massive figure. So the expressiveness is enhanced by props, which is the folding pan. So the fan may represent any object as suggestion. So ang ilaha di ang foldable pan is pwede siya ma-represent nimo in any kind, the way they use it, the way they hold it, they can represent any kind daw. So we have the Noah mask, or Noah mask is, we can it's been the one been using by the role the shite, or the bida of the show. So one key element to know are the masks which the site wears. So they tell the audience what kind of character they being portrayed. So they using the mask for us, the audience, to know nga kaning a person, or kaning a naunga, or kaning a character among gi-portray for you to know. So frequently used masks represent demons. So mostly daw nag-represent na siya kanang the design, or the ang forma is for demons, for gods, and nagkaiba-ibang spirit. Masks are very important, no, in the no, and worn only for the main character. The mask helps us to raise the action out of ordinary. No, can help that to freeze it in time. For the no actor, the mask of a particular character has almost a magic power. Before putting it on, he will look at it until he feels the emotion absorbed with himself. So, before they nasuoton sa mo role, they magtinutukan na isa sila para magain niya kuan ba ang kanang the mood, the emotion absorbed within himself. When he puts on the mask, his individuality resides, that it is nothing but the emotion to be depicted. Yeah. So some facts, or let me call this a throwback of the what we call that, the topic we have discussed. So it's something throwback, that it's a facts. So traditionally, no actors being trained in at age of 3. So sa 3 years old siya, gitrain na sila. So in the early years, all roles were played by men. As I say kaganiha, it was played only by men. Since 1940s, women began to perform. So pag 1940s daw, the woman began to perform na. Kay kung katong tong early years pa, kung ang role character, the main role is women. So the male that has been the one who act the main role, the main character, or the bida, he uses the mask for women, the dress like a woman, the appropriate for women. So no actors wear wigs, hats, no actors, I mean, sorry. Actors wear wigs, hats, and colorful, rich texture like robes called shuzuko. Ang gisuot sa main character is the shuzuko. The suzuko. And musicians, of course, wear formal kimono. So singing is limited in tonal range and in this chanted manner with repetitive passage. Texts are poetic. Melody is not in the center of the singing. So, ano siya kanang padara siya sa mood. So, the traditional no stage is open so the audience can see the actor's movement even when they are not on stage and has no curtain. Props are minimalistic. All performers have their own handpan. Handpan is often placed in the side to pick up when leaving the stage. During the performance, it can represent a kind of object like a sword. So, muna gingon ganina nga ang katong foldable pan nga ilahang props is pwede siya nimo represent of any kind like sword. You can use it as a sword. So, and overall, they've been using cold formal kimono except for the shite. For the shite, we call the costume they've been using shuzuku. But the other is using a formal kimono. So that's all. So let's go back to our learning objectives. So, I'm so sorry. So, lesson objectives. Identify certain feature of a classic Japanese stage. So, mao to katong na ang Noah plays in the what we call that, the stage in the for no I no Noah theater is formed with a theater form of involving in music, dance, drama. So we can identify the certain feature of classic Japan stage role, like it was performed in the square stage with the roof that is supported in its four corners, and also and sa akong giingon ganina nga ang open ang tanang side niya except sa back portion, kay ang back portion consists the wall painted image or painted image of a pine tree. Muna ang kanang first. The second, they evaluate the feature of the costume of each actors involved in play. No, it's explained on how the costume design fits their character's role. Like this, the costume is rich in rich silk robes, mask to highlight the super presence. So, moto decide is nagamit siya og rich silk robes to highlight the supernatural. Di si Waki, simpler kumuno, no mask, kay to appear realistic. Kay woman man siya, realistic siya. Si Hayashi o si Jotal is a formal kimono to stay unified and supportive. So, si Hayashi o si Jotal is the supportive naman siya. So, they're just using this formal kimono. And the Kukin is all black so that the audience ignores them. So, muna ang itong costume actors involved in the play. So, the third one, give personal ideas to enhance the costume and props for the no play. So, the just personal ideas nga imong gustong i-enhance ato nga costume nila. No, maybe the kuan you can share your own ideas about this, like for example, use lighter silk or use lighter silk so actors can move better while keeping the elegance, or add modern lighting effects to enhance mass expression. Kay darker magud sila nga color mostly no atong mabantayan nga they've been using the darker color. So to enhance it, maybe to lighten the effects, no, add more lighting to kanang enhance the mass expression. So redesign the fan with patterns that glow or change underlight for dramatic effects. So that's my some of enhancement that I've been thinking. So that's for that's for all today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you've learned something from my discussion. And for the assessment, for the let's have a short evaluation. So for the evaluation, I'll be sending the PPT to maybe to the GC. No, you can just answer it directly. No, we have the type A, the multiple choice, five number five kabuok. Then for the true or false, just answered it true or false. I forgot to put the instructions, but just modified if it is true or false. It must have five also. And for the short quiz, for the short answer, it's you just answered it in short. If you could change or improve one part of the costume or props, what would it be? So I've discussed some of my enhancement, and I hope so that you've learned something for you to answer my question for my short evaluation. And that's it for all. I miss you guys and I love you all. Thank you so much.